Hello everybody, it's Henry. Hey, this is a Sunday, so my coffee shop talk is on a Sunday, not normally, but I'm in my car driving and getting ready to drop it off for service, so I figured, well, what the hell, I'll do a little coffee shop talk while I'm doing this. So I hope it records while I'm doing hands-free talking. Alright, so my topic wants to be about the internet. You know, I get social media, I get we can interact with each other, but my point on this coffee shop talk is about the hatred. You all really need to grab your emotions and get them under control. If you wouldn't act like that in public and talk to people publicly or at work or with your wife or husband or with your partner, then why are you doing it on the internet behind a keyboard? What gets in your head and thinks that you can be condescending, dirty, nasty, call people names like douchebag, F-wad, S-bag, I can go on and on. I'm not trying to be dirty and filthy on this discussion. I don't understand what gives you the power, the right, or the mindset that you can speak that way to other people. You are speaking to them. When you write something down, you're speaking to them. Let me tell you about writing something down on the internet, and I'm guilty of it too. That's why I'm talking about it, because I'm guilty of it, and I don't want to walk it and talk it, right? I want to fix it. I get sucked into the emotion too. I get sucked into the hate comments, but we got to quit that. We as a public, an American, we have a long heritage, right? We have a long heritage of working together, fighting each other. It's facts. It's listed all the way down in the 1800s. It is there. It's what it is. It's what it is. But we, the 21st century, should be smarter, wiser, and more friendly and more loving to each other and not hatred. We really are. We should. I get it. You want to pick a person for president. I'm not doing no sales pitch for either one. I get it. But control the emotions and the facts. Control it. Stop the hate. Stop the bashing. Stop the segregation and separation of each other. Stop it. We all bleed red. Doesn't matter who we are, what we look like, where we come from. The reason this world's always at war with each other, whether it's Russia, China, America, Iran, Israel, is because people just can't look at each other and say, I love you. People can't look at each other and just say, we don't need this. See, I believe a lot of our rhetoric and what we do is funded by the people that are rich and have the ability to do that. Our leadership, movie stars, actors, sports people, anybody with money much higher than the average income of anybody, American or even across the globe, right, tend to and want to keep us at odds, keeps us under control, I guess, if you had each other at odds with each other. I don't understand the mindset. I don't understand the mindset of people that want to be peer leaders and run this country. Doesn't make sense to me. But our leaders should be trying to pull us together and working as one instead of fighting each other and calling each other names. Like I said, I'm not perfect. I've gotten wrapped up into that discussions because it gets me pissed off because I see it in the first place. To me, it's bullying. You don't have to be physical in school to bully. Bullying is mental, verbal, written. But see, you got to understand something. You write something in text or contest on social media, you can't put your emotions into it. You think you are, and because then you don't feel like your emotions are accepted by what you're saying, then you go nasty and you say nasty things about people, like calling them a douchebag, an old person. I'm gonna explain something to you about that too. Yes, I'm older. I'm 61, but I'm very wise. But there's one thing I never did when I was young. It's called someone pops, old man, or criticized them. I took their wisdom and sat down and spoke with them. My father-in-law had 20 years plus on me. He was the wisest man I ever had. I learned who I am and what I did with money and where I'm at in my life and how I am with a relationship with my wife due to him because of his experience, because of his love, his understanding. There's millions upon millions of Americans that don't even go on social media. You have no idea how they're thinking, what they're going to do, and they don't participate in it because they don't want to be involved in the hate and the misery that it creates. I'm asking American people, I'm asking anybody across the globe, Don't have to be in America. Just any person of any religion, any race, any culture, any country. Just stop the hate. Don't fuel it. I'm trying to stifle it. I've gone to a different mindset where I want to rationalize on a logical sense and not be hateful in my comments. It's tough. It's really tough because some of it doesn't make any sense. What I do ask people to do is go back to what's factual. Look at what a person does for you, around you, or works with you, and are they the leader that you expect them to be? Go on the facts of what they produce. There's leaders that produce nothing at all. It's an empty vessel. There's leaders that produce a vessel that's so full it overflows. They care, they love the award, they take care of you. They nurture you, they train you, they help you. They don't criticize you. They hire other good people. They have a good work life. They have a good work ethic. They're not alcoholic. They're not drug abusers. I don't care what you think. You think if you're a leader and you're alcoholic or a drug user, you're a good leader, you're not. You're not making good decisions. But if you're that guy at work that everybody loves, but then on the internet, you're that totally sadistic, nasty, disgusting person that wants to attack everybody, and then you go back to work and you have this facade that you're a great guy and your coworkers can work around you, that's messed up. You should be the same on the internet. You should be the same on the internet as you are at work or at home. Don't wear two faces. I try not to. And I promise you I'll be better too on the internet and social media, not let the emotions get me. I'm pulling it back. I'm taking control of it. But I want to make sure that you and the public do the same thing. Don't be hateful towards others. Try to understand where they're coming from. Pull the emotions back. Pull the nastiness back. And love one another. If a war came down in America that we had to fight for our freedom against outside adversaries, we have to do it united. We can't do it singled out. We can't do it with people hating other people. We can't do it with people not wanting to go to war or other people have to go to war. We had that in this country. We had a lot of people that went over and fought wars that didn't want to fight wars and had no idea what they were fighting it for. Then when they came back to America, they were hated and pushed out, and those veterans were discarded. And a lot of them needed help, had a lot of mental disease and needed us. A lot of people didn't want to help or do anything above and beyond that, but yet they protected your freedom. A lot of them died for it, and a lot of them personally died even though they're alive. Their mental ability and their mental state was destroyed, and it died. They weren't the same person when they came back. Some were, some weren't. Some ended up with drugs, alcohol, and suicide. But the nasty hate stuff that's on the internet doesn't help those people that are really disabled mentally and need some help. And when you're out there stoking the fire and poking the bear and put nasty, hateful stuff on there because you have your own agenda and you think about only yourself, it's hurting thousands of millions that are around you, and you influence them in a bad way. If you're a movie star, actress, singer, writer, whatever you are, someone famous in front of the camera, you need to be careful how you walk and talk too. When I was a young kid growing up, I watched sports. I loved and loathed after football, basketball, baseball, actors, actresses. I really did. I always said I wanted to be one of them type of people because I always thought they had the most tight integrity because they were in front of the camera. But then over the years, I started seeing scandal between them. And I started seeing what they really weren't. What they gave you and what you thought they were is not who they really were. We saw that in evidence lately with the discussion of people stepping out of their comfort zone that are rich, that are famous, that are in front of camera, that have millions and thousands of people that follow them and decide that they're going to use their own mental mindset to try to change or try to direct or try to funnel people down their decision path. You don't have that right. There's too many people that follow other people, right? And I look at it this way. A flock of sheep always have a wolf so the wolf can hurt them where they need them. That's why they have that. That's why the farmer has that animal to help drive the others that don't have the ability to independently think to do what you want them to do. Don't follow that wolf. Don't follow that sheep herder dog. Get your own mindset and be your own person. Make your own decisions. Don't let social media drive you, funnel you, or control you. Don't let them turn you into a flea and put you in a 6-inch jar and keep the cover on it so you can't jump higher to your potential. Don't let somebody with money influence you. Just because they have money or they have success doesn't mean they know what they're doing. It's no different than a person that drops out of high school and obtains a GED or doesn't obtain a GED. Don't think they're stupid. They are. They're very intelligent people. Why are they intelligent? I was one of them. And I'll tell you why I think I'm a very intelligent person. I'm very successful, first off. I do a lot of things for other people and I donate. I work a job on the side. I work 10, 12 hours a day, five days, sometimes 6 days a week. I care about my job. I always check my work phone, make sure that the work I had scheduled and set up for the weekend has been successful. I'm a high school dropout with a 6th grade education. I don't need you picking on me. I don't need you criticizing the way I talk and how I write things on the internet. And I've had people do it my whole life. And I've had people do it on the internet. Oh, you can't spell. Oh, you use the wrong word in a phrase. I really don't give a shit what you think. I know who I am, and I know how I've helped and influenced thousands of people around me. Probably in my career, my 43 years working in and out of government service, I probably helped close to 3,000 different people walking on this planet be better, stronger, financially, marriage-wise, mentally. Some I helped out of suicide. Some I couldn't stop from suicide. Many I friend, many I love, many I work with. But I don't go around hating them. I'm always trying to figure out how I can make them better. But I'm not a high school graduate. I'm a high school dropout with 6th grade education, with a GED that scored in the top 10% of the United States. Went to more than 300 schools during my career while I was in the military. Graduated probably 10% of those in the top of the class. Handpicked for submarines. Had billets built in the civilian world for me because of my performance, because who I am, because how I think and what I do. I tell you this because it's the same motion. You don't even know who I am on the internet. You want to berate me? Call me a douchebag. Call me dirty names because I have strong beliefs, I have moral values. I have a character. I believe helping in others. And I believe when you're saying something nasty and dirty, it should be corrected. You do not have a right behind a computer screen and a keyboard to express yourself in a nasty way to another human being and then walk out in public and feel proud about yourself. You do that and you walk out in public, you should feel like a douchebag yourself, a dirty, nasty person, and you violated somebody else. I know when I do it, I get mad at the person doing that and I come back in a nasty way. I try not to. I try to hold in my emotions. I'm not perfect. I know when I get done and I think about it and I walk around, it eats my soul. It actually distracts me, and then my wife thinks I have dementia. It's kind of funny. I can have these coffee shop talks, and it's so deep in my brain and me going over what was said back at me, how I did it, and I go back and apologize for the person for being nasty, but that person was a nasty person first. But I have that moral character that I was wrong, and I know I was wrong, and I remember I was wrong, and I go back and apologize for it. I'm just asking you right up front not to do it. I'm having this discussion while I'm thinking about my life and what I'm going to give back to this world, which I want to give something positive back to this world, is stop being nasty. You want to have a conversation about politics, religion, what you believe, do it in a very controlled manner. If you do it, and you do it with precise discussion, with respect, proper words, you will have a better outcome. Your point will be across, it'll be addressed better, and you'll have a better life. All right? So anyways, that's my coffee shop for the day. I want to say thank you to everybody. Be nice to everybody. Think about what you say and do. Your point can be heard if it's heard properly and done correctly. All right? Henry out. This is my coffee shop day for a nice Sunday. I want to say God bless everybody if you believe in God or not. I still want to give you the blessings. Remember, your point and your view is not always the right one. Sometimes you got to share it openly with others and get some information back. All right? I want you to have a great day. Enjoy yourself and listen to what I got to say. I hope I made sense. I hope it helps somebody else. Right? Take yourself out of the dark place. Stop talking negative. and be more positive, and maybe your life will be better for you. All right, Henry out. Have a great day.